All right, let's wrap this up with a pulse check, and we are checking out some GameCube games. What a surprise on our GameCube episode, right? We're gonna check out. If you guys aren't familiar with this, this is something we've been doing for the past few months. At the end of our episodes, we are taking one higher tier game, let's call it. Not maybe it's not super expensive, but a higher tier game and one lower tier game. This week, Wes got to pick the higher tier game. I got to pick the lower tier game. Wes, would you like to go first or second, sir?
I'll start. This is a game we kind of mentioned prior when we were talking about game prices uh, in one of our videos, and it's a game that came out of nowhere, and I bought it, and I don't know why I bought it, but I still own it. But it's Ultimate Muscle Legends of a New Generation, and it was a cartoony wrestling game. And I remember there were toys for it, and I think there was a cartoon for it.
It reviewed well, if I remember correctly, too. Like, I think it got good reviews, but I don't remember specifically, but I'm pretty sure it did.
I don't know why I bought this game, but it's sitting on my shelf.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I remember seeing it and saying, "Why would anyone buy this game?" And you bought it, so there we go.
No clue.
But
No clue.
now you're really happy you bought it.
You know what? I am because it's pretty costly.
It is.
You figure like a loose copy of Ultimate Muscle goes for like $98. A complete
Discount.
in a complete in box is 168, and a sealed copy, which is what I have sitting on my shelf, is 274. Now, 274 seems like a lot, but it's actually down because that game used to be a lot more expensive
Mm-hmm.
about a year or so ago. A lot more expensive.
Yeah, and the dates, the prices that Wes just gave you guys were from October 18th of 2023, so these could be different by the time you're listening to this.
Mm-hmm.
But Wes, go over the peak numbers because at least the sealed copy dropped quite a bit over the past year or two.
Yeah, because it peaked because like the sealed copy as of June 2021 was up to 321.
Mm-hmm. That's about what's that? About $80 loss, $70 loss, something like that.
Yeah. You
It's
figure
quite a
it
bit.
25 about 40 bucks, 40 50 bucks.
Oh, less than what I thought. Never mind. But still, it's a
It's
good
still
percentage.
down.
Yeah.
It's still down, and again, it's a game that kind of came out of nowhere. Like you said, I hear it's a great game. I hear it's a fantastic wrestling game. It's just very obscure, and it is what it is. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, you would just look in the store and be like, "Who the hell's that for?" And that's what everybody said. That's not for me, and it just sat there. Obviously West bought one of the few companies or the few copies from that first print run because I'm sure this did not get a second print run. Whatever they made was it. Um, but it got good reviews at the time. I'm almost positive, and I'm sure
Hmm.
people are still looking for it today. It's probably not the most sought after GameCube game, but if you're trying to complete a collection, it's obviously one that you need, and
Yeah.
it's good. So if it was bad, then that's a whole different story.
But why couldn't I have Disney basketball on my shelf instead?
Wes, I probably could have got like 17 sealed copies for like $5 when they were
E-
clearancing those things out, and
exactly.
I was like, "Who the hell
Exactly.
wants this?" Not realizing how low that print run must have been for those games to be so expensive now. All right, so mine was we talked about it earlier, and the reason I picked is because if for God's sake, if you have a GameCube, just go buy this game. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, go get Rogue Leader. It's super cheap. October 18th, 2023. A loose copy is $13. A complete in box is only $16, guys. $16 for one of the best GameCube games. A sealed copy is $100. Not too much for a sealed copy. That's very reasonable, I think, for a 20-year-old game, 22-year-old game. It is down from its peak. A peak complete in box was at 21.54, so lost about $5 or $6 there. The sealed peak was for some reason October of 2016. I have no idea what the hell was happening then, but its sealed
Hmm.
copy then went for $249.99. $149.99. So a loss of $150 comparing the peak to now, which is interesting. But I don't know what the hell was happening in October 2016 to make that game go for so much money.
I don't know. Like, was it a new Star Wars game coming out or a new Star Wars movie coming out?
That's what I was trying to think of. Maybe there had to be some sort of Star Wars hype to get someone to pay $250 for a sealed copy. Because if you look on price charting, guys, it's like everything's like here, and then straight back down. I don't know what happened. I'm assuming it was one copy that sold for that price, but I have no idea.
Yeah, Rogue Leader is such a great game, and it's cheap. Complete in box under $20. Go pick it up.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have it, go buy it. If you buy a GameCube now, that should be in your library.
It should be one of the first 5. At the very least, it should be one of the first 5 games you buy on your GameCube, if not the first or second.
Right. So, okay, you mentioned it. People buying a GameCube now. The 5 games they definitely need. We said Rogue Leader.
Yeah, Rogue Leader's got to be on there.
What else do they need?
I'm trying not to be biased. Hang on, let me take my bias out of the situation for a second. Resident Evil 4.
Okay. Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
They need Luigi's Mansion.
It's good. Beautiful Joe has to be in there.
And Wind Waker.
There you go.
That's 5.
That's 5. Guys.
There you go.
Get those 5 games. They're all great. Yeah, so that wraps up the Pulse Check, guys. That's all for this show. What are your thoughts on the Nintendo GameCube? What were your launch experiences like? Drop a comment, let us know. Please make sure you follow us over on social media. Wes, where can people follow you at?
You could find me on Instagram at Grendel5XBX, and you can also catch me at Level Up Entertainment at the Hamilton Mall in Mays Landing, New Jersey. Stop on by. Let's talk video games. Let's talk comic books. I love talking that stuff.
Hell yeah. I'm Matt. You guys can follow me at FromNJ2CA. The 2 is a number 2 over on Twitter or X or whatever the hell they're calling it now. You can follow me over there. If you guys want to follow the company, we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, whatever you can imagine, we're probably on. Just at Nerd Enthusiast on all those things. If you guys like what you heard today, please consider supporting the company. We really do appreciate your support over on Patreon. Patreon.com/nerdenthusiast is where you can go do that for as little as $1 a month. And next month, I don't know what we're doing yet. We haven't planned that out yet. I would like to tell you guys that ahead of time, but I'm ill prepared to do so. So until next time, you guys take care.
Have a good one, guys.